when I was told I had cancer, I thought I was going to die. And they told me I'm going to be in treatments for 2 years straight. So I thought, I'm not going to be able to get through 2 years straight of chemotherapy, even though I didn't really know what it was or how it made you feel. The stigma says you get sick and you die. That's the stigma of cancer. And I went through a lot. I mean, that very first month of high-dose chemotherapy, I had a fever of 106.5. My blood pressure dropped to 42/22. When my fever broke, I was sent to a reverse isolation and intensive care, and they had to figure out what caused this to happen because I had no immune system because of the chemotherapy. It turns out I gave myself E. coli to fight, to go with the cancer, and I spent 32 hours in reverse isolation, and after I was wheeled out of that place, this big light went out of my head. I thought, what just happened here? Like, holy. And first of all, how did I survive that? In only 32 hours, they got me back to almost being normal. And I had no damage to my brain, which, for the record, it's tough to damage. You have no brain. That's the private joke I always use. But, but why did I survive that? And something hit me like a bus. It said there has to be a reason why I am going back up there alive. I need to figure out what that reason is. And I understood it. I understood it as clear as a beautiful blue day. Sitting in the hospital room one day watching the snow fall in downtown Calgary. I'm here because I'm supposed to help other people realize that they can live their life to the fullest, no matter what their situation, what they've been through, where they're at right now. There's nothing that we can't do. If we have a passion about something, let's just go there and do it. Let's grab that bull by the horns and do it. Because life truly is too short to wait for the perfect time, the perfect temperature, the perfect wind or altitude, or the perfect approval from the people around you. The time is now. It took me 2 years straight of treatment. So during that 2 years, my cancer journey, just my cancer journey by itself, I was 5 months in the hospital. I had over 600 chemotherapy treatments, 2 weeks of brain radiation. I had that one trip to reverse isolation and intensive care, and I had over 34 units of blood and platelets transfused into me. So I had to go through all of that to realize I needed to start living my life. And that's okay. I mean, now that I'm here, I wouldn't want anybody else to have to go through that. To have a life-changing moment in their head go off because of that. I don't want you to have to go through that because that was not fun. So I will be that person that take it for the team. But I'm the person here that's going to tell you now that because of that cancer diagnosis, it woke me up. It made me realize that life is such a precious commodity. It's the greatest thing that we truly have in our lives is life. But it's the one thing that we all take for granted. It's the one thing that we'll pick up the rug and shove it underneath the rug and wait till the perfect time to do the thing we want to do. Whether it's play in a symphony, do stand-up comedy, go back to school, have children. The things that we shrug off because we don't have the time, or we're afraid to have people say that it's never going to work. I call this the people on the procrastination bus. And that's a big bus because it's easy to stay at status quo. Status quo is safe. You have more friends when you're at status quo. When you step out of the box and want to put your foot forward and do things that you really want to do, things that you're passionate about, things that are going to help other people. In the same breath, help yourself. It's difficult to take that step forward. How many things, ideas, inspirational things, passions do you have burning inside of you today that you don't take action on because you're afraid of what the people around you are going to think? You're afraid of what they're going to say. You know, that's ridiculous. Who do you think you are, Bill Gates? Yeah, we've heard them all. So it's easy to say, yeah, you're right. But I'm here today to tell you that they're not right. If you have a passion about something that you want to do, if you want to excel in your business, if you want to take your business to the next level, if you want to have a family or you want to be in a symphony, do it. Don't wait for something bad to happen in your life. Don't wait for the right approval from other people. If it's something that you truly want to do, do it. It takes one small step forward. And before you know it, you take another step forward. And you build that momentum as you can keep walking forward because you never look back. There's a great quote. It says, God put eyes in the front of our heads so we know where we're going, not always looking back where we've been. Move forward. Take the step. I never would have thought in a million years the things that I am doing today. I mean, for God's sake, I'm Darren Neuberger, Red Neuberger. For those of you who know me, I'm just a jock. But today, because of my zest for life and my common good that I want to spread to people, to help you to live your life to the fullest and never have a regret, is the coolest, most empowering journey that I have ever been and continue to be on. I've authored a book. The last book that I read, actually read by myself, without having anybody tell me you need to read the book, was in grade 2. So that was 34 years ago. And it was the Ken Dryden story of all books. Remember, and I don't even like the Montreal Canadiens, but I like Ken Dryden. Weird. But now I have my name at the bottom as the author of Let's Talk About It. Inspiring stories from young adult cancer survivors. I took 2 years of my life and I collected stories from young adult cancer survivor stories, people that were diagnosed between the ages of 15 to 45, including my own, and compiled them into one fantastic book that is doing such amazing things for a newly diagnosed cancer patient, for a person that's going through a really tough time in their life. There's inspiration in these stories like you would not believe. This book is giving so much hope to people that just need a little bit of a boost in their day-to-day lives. It was the most incredible accomplishment that I've had so far to date. Besides the book, I'm an inspirational speaker. I'm an empowerment speaker. I've given over 200 presentations to organizations, to groups, to schools, to businesses, and just sharing a message that there's nothing that we can't do. Never adhere to the word can't. Because there's two types of people in this world. People that do and people that won't. Never say you can't, because there's nothing that you cannot do. People that do and people that won't. And I'm inspiring everybody to be the doer. Aside from that, every Wednesday evening, I host an internet radio show on Blog Talk Radio. It's called Let's Talk About It Radio Show. I interview cancer survivors. I interview people that have gone on to do incredible things in the empowerment world, whether it's speeches or books or blogs or coaching. People that are truly making a difference and leaving a footprint behind as to when they are finished with their last day on this earth, in this life, that they can sit back and say, I have absolutely no regrets. It is one of the most fun things I've ever done, to be a radio host, interview, and meet all these fantastic people that inspire me to continue to do the things that I'm doing, that inspire me to keep living my life to the fullest. I became a certified empowerment coach, a certified life coach, certified empowerment coach. I'm working again with cancer patients, cancer survivors. I work with athletes. I work with people that are just stuck in their business that just feel like they can't get out of this rut and they feel like there's nothing they can do to move forward. I'm there to help them say you can get forward. And I'm making sure that they are realizing their dreams and their goals. And this has been the most incredible thing that I've ever done. I'm serious. The book is amazing, but being an empowerment coach is so fantastic because when I finish my coaching session, I know that person is working towards their better goals in life. And I'm helping them do that. And it's so empowering to know that I'm making a difference in their lives as they achieve their goals. And that is just fantastic. And I added stand-up comedy. I've always have been the guy that's funny. Been the funny guy. You know, I make my friends laugh, my family laugh all the time. Like I said, humor was an escaping coping mechanism for me in the past. But now I actually go up there in front of a stage comedy club, 200 people, and did a stand-up routine, and they laughed. I made them laugh. It was so awesome. And I never would have done that before cancer because I just didn't think it was the way you're supposed to do things. But I'm telling you right now that we all have this inner fire, this vigor that is just burning and wants bursting to come out. But we keep it inside. And we keep it inside for 10, 15, 20, 50, 60, 70 years. And we never let it out. And then on our last day we think, oh, I wish I could have. I don't know why I didn't do this or why I didn't do that. But at that point, when you're on your last breath, it is too late. So I'm here to say to you, don't wait. Don't be that person who has to say, oh, I wish I could have. Be that person that sits back and thinks back on their life, it says, oh man, that was so cool doing that. That was so great. And when you are gone, when people talk about you, they say, man, that Darren Neuberger, he sure was a fireball. He sure, helped the cancer community. He sure helped a lot of people get to where they want to be in their lives. And that's what you want to be remembered as, something that's done, something that's left a footprint behind in a positive way, and somebody that didn't wait for their lives to come around. That's who I am. Cancer is a big part of that. It was 34 years old. I started to live my life, even though I was fighting for my life. I started to live my life. I took breaths. I realized things. I saw beauty in things I never had the time or the patience to see beauty in before. So don't let people tell you that you cannot do something. Don't let people say that your dreams and your goals are ridiculous, because they're your dreams. You don't have this burning fire and this passion inside you to do the things that you truly love because it's just something you thought of. It's there because you want to do it. And I'm telling you here, right here today, do it. Take that first step. Never go backwards. Always forward, and never listen to people who say you can't. Because from today and today on, can't is no longer in your vocabulary. Life is this precious, this beautiful commodity that we all take for granted. So let's stop waiting for the right time. Let's stop waiting for approval, and let's live this life that we truly want to live to the fullest, and never, ever have any regrets. Have a great day.